I did the equivalent of Everest top to bottom 9 times in 5 days.
Tell me what all you take then. Let's talk about that.
Of all the peptides, it's the king of peptides.
I tell everybody it's the foundational peptide.
And I lost 8.5 pounds from Thursday to Monday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So what peptide do you think might be underrated? Welcome to the Ageless Blonde Podcast. I have a very special guest for you guys. We're going to talk about all things wellness, anti-aging, and peptides. Of course, peptides. So today I have a very good friend, Shahin Amirpour, here with me today. We have been kind of back and forth talking about peptides, anti-aging, and longevity, and I realized he was a wealth of knowledge. So I wanted to bring him on the podcast today to share all the things, because he's been doing peptides way longer than me. Way longer than the majority of people. Yeah. So I wanted to just ask him some questions, pick his brain, and go over all things longevity. And you're really good at recovering injuries.
Yes.
So let's start there. Let's start with you. What captured me when we were talking was all of the injuries you had and all the surgeries you had and how you overcame those injuries. Yeah.
So, I'm 53 now, been a lifelong athlete since I was 8 years old. Mm-hmm. And, beat myself up pretty bad. Once you're, skateboards and snowboards and dirt bikes and mountain bikes, all those activities, you pay a price.
Right.
There's never not an injury.
Right.
Boxing, MMA, I can't not be active.
Sounds like you did it all.
I have an issue. I'll jump off a cliff. I don't even get a rush. I get a rush of watching the video afterwards.
That's crazy. So, I've never done anything like that. I've never jumped off a cliff.
Well, she's 13 now, but she's 12 when she jumped off a 400-foot cliff with me this summer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So your girls aren't scared to do that?
She's like, Dad, I want to jump out of helicopters with you. I'll get you there.
My gosh.
Yeah, so I've had a lot of injuries, and I don't like being down for very long.
Right. So
I've figured out ways to hack my recovery to get back faster.
Right.
Always beat the doctor's timeline. So what I said 16 years ago was my first opportunity with stem cells and HGH. Mm-hmm. But I was researching it going back into the late 90s. Because I used to wonder why the athletes would leave the country in the off season. The professional athletes, go to Germany, go to South America.
Sure.
They go to Sweden, and it was PRP, peptides, and stem cells.
That's crazy.
And in 2009, I had a really bad crash on my dirt bike and shattered everything here. My clavicle had pins and plates and screws and everything. And my friend's dad had a research lab here in Southern California, and he said, "Hey, we're researching stem cells. Mm-hmm. You want to try some?" I'm like, "Yes." He was an absolute genius, and I said, "Let's go. I'll be the guinea pig."
Right.
And so he did the stem cells on me, and that was my first time also, after studying, doing HGH the right way.
Right.
Because you can harm yourself. You got to know your
how to cycle
history of cancer, any hereditary diseases, any cancer, anything. If you have dormant defective genes and you do HGH, you can activate them.
Oh wow!
And then if you do too much, you can spread them. So it was a big problem in baseball.
Yeah.
All the athletes, they would do a week's worth in a day. And that's why a lot of them post-retirement had a lot of health issues.
Oh, wow.
Because they messed up their whole system. But it also made you grow bone. So if you saw some of the athletes, their heads grew, their feet grew, their cheekbones, their chin.
Yeah,
their facial
changes the way they look.
Would change when you do excessive HGH. I mean, you also saw it in Hollywood. A lot of the actors and actresses, when they did too much, their facial features changed.
Yeah.
So you got to be really careful on how you use it and not overuse it.
Right.
So I did that in 2009, and my surgeon said he had never seen a human recover that fast from such a traumatic injury. And I just told him, I'm just a quick healer. His brain wouldn't be able to understand stem cells and peptides and growth hormone.
He was probably shocked.
Yeah,
because I work in the medical field, and they're probably like, "You're an anomaly. Like, what happened? How did that happen?"
So that recovery made me a believer.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, any future injuries, I know what to do. A few years later, about 2013. So I had really severe patella tendonitis. Couldn't jump rope, couldn't run. I couldn't jump on trampolines like with my kid. And I did all the physical therapy, did PRP, and I did surgery on this one, and nothing fixed it. And that was my first time using BPC and TB. And I was just pinching the skin, injecting my knees.
Right near the injury.
And after 2 months, it went away, and it's never come back.
So let me ask you, when you were doing all this stuff, were you nervous about any side effects, or you just were going all in?
I just went all in.
You just didn't, you didn't even think twice.
Well, I already knew it had been being used outside the U.S.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay,
Safely.
you were studying it.
Yeah. Like, there's never been a documented case of an adverse reaction from BPC.
Right.
Right? So it's the most widely used,
your body
safest.
Makes it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's, from your gastric juice.
Yes.
So it's a safe peptide. Like, it's probably, of all the peptides, it's the king of peptides.
It's I tell everybody, it's the foundational peptide.
If there's anything that one peptide you're going to do, ever, it's BPC.
Right.
I said, I almost run it year round because I always have some kind of injury.
Yeah.
Right? I train 3 hours a day, 5 days a week.
3 hours a day?
Yeah.
Oh man, I got to step up my game.
Right? So I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I don't gas out. I have energy for the whole day. And my body recovers, where most people will get sore. Like, I could not do legs for 3 weeks, get back, do leg day, and then I'm not sore.
So you're never sore after these 3 hour workouts? No, that's crazy.
So I go do movement, stretching. I'll do like weights. I do crazy core work. And then like this morning, then I went over to the boxing gym, and then I did wrestling and boxing for an hour. And then sometimes I'll go surf after that. That's crazy. So you feel super optimized at your age. Yeah. I mean, I said, there's maybe a handful of, like, as far on a snowboard, there's maybe a handful of snowboarders in the entire world, they're probably less than 10, that can do what I do in their 50s.
Right. So tell me what all you take then. Let's talk about that. Let's break that down. So since you are never sore, you're still so athletic, you can work out all the time, you still have energy for your kids, you run a business. Multiple businesses. I don't know how many. You can tell me how. I don't know. Tell us how you stay optimized. Even go into the lifestyle portion, and then what are your favorite peptides for yourself at your age? So I mean, NADs pretty much year round, and that's a coenzyme. Yeah, it's not a peptide. Not really a peptide, I know, but that's good for the energy. I work with Thorne, so I have all their vitamins and supplements, and I mean, there's probably like 20 different things that I take. Okay. You take creatine, you take multis. Okay. Zinc, magnesium. Foundational. There's a ton of them. And then, I mean, the diet's important. On the peptide stack, I'm also doing B12, Mike L-carnitine. Are you injecting those? You're injecting, you inject B12 and carnitine. Yeah. So I do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday on myself. Okay. Yeah. So with NAD. Yes, I usually do B12 3 times a week myself when I cycle, like when I use it, methylcobalamin. Yeah. And then I'll do NAD sometimes 3 to 5 times a week. Yeah. Because I just feel so good. Yeah. My peptide cycles or protocols change throughout the year. Okay. Depending on if I'm in a recovery or performance or just maintenance. I didn't start doing testosterone until I was 50. I waited till then because I knew once you start, you got to kind of keep going. Yeah. So, and I never really had an energy issue. Right. Even before doing all these peptides. Yeah. It was just because I was only doing recovery before, like 3 years ago. You didn't need the testosterone? No, I didn't need all the performance stuff. And I'm like, then I turned 50, I'm like, all right, maybe it's time to step it up. I'm all, my daughters are getting older. They want to be more active. I just wanted to be more active for them and have, not gas out, have my energy level be good. And I think in your 50s, it's a great time to start hormone replacement. Yep. You know what I mean? Like ideally for men and women. Yeah. Women for now, unfortunately, you're seeing younger and younger men needing it with lower testosterone. Well, because of the environmental toxins. Yeah, well, all the Can we say that? It's changing all the terrible ingredients in our food.
I mean,
hormone disruptors.
I was just recently in Colombia doing a partnership with a stem cell clinic and a stem cell lab and a wellness retreat. I told you about the wellness retreat.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You should definitely go there.
I have to.
And my business partner is moving down there. And we had the meals, and afterwards, I was like hungry probably about an hour and a half later. And that normally doesn't happen after a big meal. But I think the food was so real,
clean,
and clean that it digested faster.
That's crazy.
Through my system. And I said something to him, and he goes, dude, I've been thinking that the whole time. But I never said it. Like, nobody say anything. He goes,
You're
I'm
able
hungry.
To digest better.
Yes. He's the same thing with him. He's like, you're hungry sooner because your body processes that food faster because there's not a bunch of processed chemicals.
Wow.
There's no hormones. There's no steroids. There's no nothing.
That's crazy.
It's real food.
Yeah.
So your body processes real food much faster, and then therefore you get hungry faster.
Well, you're absorbing the nutrients better. You don't have a lot of toxins and waste. That's crazy.
Yeah. But then, so back to the peptides.
Yes, yeah. I want to know what you're...
It's a BPC, TB, copper, I run 30 days on, 30 days off.
Yeah, GHK-Cu.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the, hair, skin, and nails. That's also part of my recovery protocol.
I was going to say, I feel like it also helps with injuries quite a bit.
It does.
Yeah, people don't talk about that.
Yeah.
But I've found that it helps with injuries.
It's 100% part of the...
I just want to see,
Like my recovery protocol post-surgery.
Okay, for wounds and healing, but also I think it helps with just recovery.
Well, all my female clients have cosmetic surgery that I have them run. So I have a whole protocol that runs 2 weeks before to 6 to 8 weeks after.
After plastic surgery?
No, it's either cosmetic or any kind of surgery.
Yeah.
But like orthopedic surgery, you have to run it longer.
Okay.
Because you're healing a lot more damage than a cosmetic surgery.
Sure.
And it's not all peptides. It's also, I recommend hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah.
Right? Like you do that twice a week, you speed up your recovery by 50%.
Yep.
Right?
Definitely.
Like I tell them, you run TA1 before because people get weird infections. Things happen in surgery rooms.
Yeah.
And
you boost immunity before.
Boost your immune system.
Yeah.
So you don't get any strange staph or some bacteria or virus, whatever.
Pneumonia, hospital
just random
acquired.
stuff happens.
Yep.
I've had people end up with friends that end up with staph infections or, from surgery or different things happen to them. So the TA1, I always tell my clients something I do, like you get an IV the day right before your surgery.
Yep.
Right. And then you come out from the anesthesia much better.
Yeah.
Right? You don't feel like shit.
You're talking about Myers and glutathione?
Yeah. You kind of, so you do a full IV, hydrate your body, do everything, and then you wake up feeling better than if you don't do that.
And you can do after as well.
Yeah.
To get rid of the anesthesia and whatnot. Yeah.
And then, KPV is a big one.
Yes.
That's great for, especially for cosmetic surgery. You get better results, reduce scarring, faster healing. So it's like KPV, BPC, TB, MGF, mechanical growth factor, if for sports-related injuries. A new one that I've incorporated is called Cartilax. It's also tissue repair, tissue regeneration.
I haven't used Cartilax.
It's for your muscles. It's not gonna help with like tendons and ligaments, but if you have like muscle damage, it helps repair that, and also signals to the muscles to grow.
Gotcha.
So that's
nice.
Yeah. So that's a good one,
especially for guys that want to build muscle.
Yeah. So for the athletes, and then
you'll cycle all those.
All those different ones. Right now, I just finished IGF-1.
Yeah.
The LR3.
How many, you only cycle that a couple times, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I do that for my Alaska prep. I go to Alaska every April to snowboard.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we go hard. I mean, last year I did 270,000 vertical feet in 5 days. That's Everest top to bottom 9 times.
That's crazy.
So the level of endurance and performance it takes to put your body through that, when you're doing 16 runs in a day, it could be an 8,000 vertical foot run.
How do you feel after?
So happy.
Yeah? You love it? And you feel good?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you prep for it.
Yeah. So you don't want to go up there and waste your time and your opportunity and your money,
right?
And not be prepared.
That makes sense.
So that's a good one. And then I do different blends.
Okay.
So there's a 4X blend with, tesamorelin, ipamorelin, MGF, and GHRP2.
Okay.
So that's probably what I'm going to switch to next.
Okay.
And there's a 3X blend. The 4X blend does add lean muscle mass because the GHRP2 will make you hungry.
All right.
So you'll eat more and bulk up more.
Okay.
But
so more for men than that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, no, I've had plenty of women run it too.
Yeah.
That want to add some lean muscle mass.
Gotcha.
But it has to be the right person, right? Those blends, if you're not exercising, if you're not eating right, it's not every peptide is for every person.
Right.
You got to have the right lifestyle because peptides are amplifiers. They don't work if you don't work. The performance ones. It's not a magic potion, right? Because people will have clients, and that's why I like to coach and interview them. Is like want to know like if you work out 3 days a week, 40 minutes a day, don't eat very well. Like don't even want to sell a certain peptide or recommend it.
It's not going to work
because
for you.
You're going to say there, oh, you sold me something that didn't work. I'm like, no, you didn't work, so it didn't work.
Yeah.
So you got to know your client.
Well, every call I take, I start out with like, what is your lifestyle? What is your diet? How often are you working out? And if they're not working out, I'm like, you're not going to burn fat and speed up your metabolism and get the results you want.
Yeah.
So if you're not,
I'll just do a GLP.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, people ask for that, and I'm like, okay, well, we can try to do low dose, but you're not going to get the results you want if you don't put in the work. With the lifestyle.
Yeah, as I said, peptides are amplifiers.
Yes.
They're not a magic potion.
It's going to prove who you truly are.
Yeah.
You know what? You can take the peptides and see no results. That's who you truly. You're not putting in the work.
Yeah.
So it still requires work and discipline.
Yeah, 100%. I said I train 3 hours a day.
Yeah, you're making me feel like I need to step it up. It's
so I'm gonna live the lifestyle that I preach. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying, hey, go do this and this is gonna be the results.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta. You
have proof because you're like, I put in the work and here's my results. And at this age, I feel amazing and I'm able to do everything you've wanted to do, which is really cool. And I think a lot of people after they gain weight or they're getting into their 50s and 60s, they just give up. It's like, too much.
I see
you know what
people
I mean?
all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, last year, so I've had surgery 7 years in a row. This is my goal.
7 surgeries?
The last 7 years I've had surgery.
Okay. How many total surgeries?
1 year was 2. But
so like
I've
5?
had 3 right shoulders.
Right.
I've had surfer's ear. I've had my knee. What else?
Like 5 different, maybe? Yeah. Okay.
So
anyway, that's a lot to recover from for any person.
I've had my right shoulder rebuilt the last 2 years, like from major surgeries. And in last year, my surgeon said, hey, I'm not going to clear you for 5 to 6 months to even start physical therapy. I said, watch me. He cleared me in less than 2. And then asked me, I don't know, or he said, I don't know how you do it. I said, I've explained to you exactly how I do it. It's my peptides and stem cell protocol. And these surgeons just do not want to believe in stem cells. They're like, oh, you're putting something that you don't know where it came from. I know exactly where it came from.
Yeah.
And in your body, like, you got to be careful. I'm like, well, I've already done it 5 other times and I'm fine.
Here. I'm alive.
Right?
Yeah.
So I recover faster than your 20-year-old patients.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Those are all the different things that you can do to just heal your body, maximize, like I said, I'd like to unlock your peak potential in your body, right? Like be the best version of yourself.
Totally. I think a lot of people don't know where to begin because this is a lot of new information.
Yeah.
Also, I think that people get worried because a lot of it isn't FDA regulated, sadly.
Well, tell me one good thing that is FDA regulated.
We have to be careful what we say.
Yeah.
But yes, I know. So I think it's like people really need more education and more access to these things. And
I go and educate doctors all the time.
That's amazing.
Because they don't know. They don't know protocols.
No. I mean, we're not taught this in medical school or nursing school. You're not taught these things.
So, one of the things is I have a lot of high-level athlete clients, world champions, Olympic medalists, X Games medalists. And the reason I have them as clients is because a doctor can fix you. Right. But no doctor, or I don't know, very many doctors, maybe 1 or 2, are high-level athletes.
Yeah, that's true.
So
they don't understand.
Me being a high-level athlete and knowing what a body needs to go through to perform at the top 1% of any activity.
Right.
Is I can relate to the athletes.
Yes.
Right. So when I'm telling them, hey, do these things to heal yourself, because this is what I did, and look, I'm back to doing this, 3 months, 4 months later.
Right.
They go, oh shit, I want to listen. Yeah, I don't have any medical background,
right.
but I have 16 years of experience on myself, on my own body.
Right.
And they see me recover over and over again and get back to performing at the highest level possible.
Right.
And so they go, okay, and now I got doctors and PTs and
asking
people that
for
go,
advice.
hey, go talk to Shahin.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in the surf world, a lot of professional surfers, like I've kind of gotten to know in that community. That's the guy to go to help heal yourself.
Right. I think too, the fact that you lived it out yourself, you went through the surgeries, you went through the recovery, you went through the pain. Let's talk about the pain, because that's hard to go through.
Well,
you know what I mean? And you were able to overcome all those things. That's what makes you great at what you do now.
Yeah.
And so you're right. Like a lot of physicians don't go through their own operation. Like they don't have surgery. They don't have to recover and they're not outperforming. They're just working at a hospital.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. Like you have life experience and you're super knowledgeable.
And I have a couple doctors that are clients. They're not very good listeners.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
They're stubborn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. One guy, his shoulder, I'm like, go get an MRI. He goes, no. I'm like, we got to know what's wrong before we can fix you. I'm all, isn't that what you tell your patients?
Yeah. Isn't it funny, the medical, because obviously I'm a nurse, and a lot of times I'm the worst patient too. Because you're like, I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah.
Like you deal with patients all day. The last thing you want to do is do it for yourself.
Yeah.
But I think that peptides are going to be a huge part of the future of medicine.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll just be functional medicine or traditional medicine, but I think peptides are going to play a huge part. I think people are searching for alternative options at this point.
Yep. And people are getting results, but you just got to be careful who you listen to. Because on social media now, it's it's a big thing. Like I don't, I'm not all over social media just posting about peptides. It's more like, hey, I have this high level client, it's like they trust me, so I'm going to get you results too. Right. So I like to get the results for my clients, not just sell a product. Right.
Yeah.
And I get solicited by Chinese labs every single day.
Do you
I get
really?
emails. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The emails come in and it's just a whole list of peptides. We have all these peptides with super cheap prices.
Right.
And, I'll have sometimes, a customer, a client, that wants to buy peptides from me, and they're like, oh, well, I found it over here for this cheap. I'm like, if you're price shopping for something you're injecting in your body, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to work with you.
Yeah.
So anybody like that, or anybody that says, hey, how fast can I lose this much weight? How fast can I put on?
Oh, that drives me nuts.
I go, okay, you're not the client for me. Consistency and patience get you results and work.
I struggle.
Nothing good happens fast.
No.
With your body, right?
Even on GLPs, it's you should be you shouldn't be losing a ton of weight at once.
No.
It should be maybe 1 pound a week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Slowly over time, changing your diet, working out. But a lot of my clients are like, well, I've been on this and I haven't lost weight. And I'm like, well, it's your lifestyle.
Yes. Because I've had so many successful results from my clients.
Yes.
That when someone's like, I've been on it for 4 weeks and I haven't lost any weight, I'm like, okay, how many diet sodas are you drinking?
Yeah.
Because artificial sweeteners are
what kind
terrible,
of inflammation are you having?
Are you I drink a bottle of wine a night. Well, there's your reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Spiking your insulin level. Glucose.
So it's, they're just their diet and their lifestyle doesn't work with the peptides to get the results.
Well, I see that a lot, especially with people just starting out. And the reality is people just need educated on lifestyle, diet, nutrition, and then add the peptides. Yeah. So it needs to be a whole program.
Yeah. And I always tell people, if my clients that go on GLPs, hey, have a goal in mind. And once you reach that goal, don't rely on the GLP to maintain it.
Yep.
Change your lifestyle to maintain that.
So they don't need to
add the exercise routine, add the correct diet, right?
Right.
Because you're going to feel better. You don't want to drop the weight and then just say, well, I'm just going to continue doing this for the rest of my life.
Well, also, you don't want to necessarily be on the GLP lifelong.
No.
And if you are, it's because of your lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand there's certain situations where people need to be on it, but the reality would be to have such a clean life and like be so optimized that you could go off the GLP, use it as needed. That's the idea. So tell me about, okay, so a lot of my clients want to know all about the anti-aging ways that we can biohack with peptides or prevent wrinkles or have beautiful skin. I know we talked about copper peptides.
So copper is the Botox of peptides, hair, skin, and nails.
Yeah.
What's funny is like I have a lot of female clients.
Tell me about what they ask for.
And they go, oh, it's bruising me, or I got a burning. I'm like, you put needles in your face and you're worried about a little bruise, from a copper peptide.
Huge needles in their face.
Yeah. Like, come on, you ladies do all sorts of crazy stuff to your faces and your bodies, and then you're complaining about a little injection.
Which GHK-Cu can burn a little bit.
Yes.
It can.
I've seen a bunch of people. They get a little bruise or a little burning sensation.
Yeah. Tends to go away after you use it.
Yeah. Like your body gets used to it. You got to get primed to it.
Right.
But it also, once again, it comes with consistency. I always tell them for copper, run it 30 days on, 30 days off. But it's about the third cycle of that you start seeing the benefits.
Oh, right? Wow. You see 3 cycles in.
Yeah. It's not going to happen after your first 30-day cycle, right? I have one client, she's in her 40s, and her dermatologist called me. But I've put her on multiple things.
Okay.
And she said, what have you been giving her? She's like, I've been working on her since she was 19 years old, and this is the best her skin has ever looked.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So it's between like that, epithalon, MOTS-C, different peptides, the copper and
the anti-aging peptides.
The combination of those things.
Support,
And that has all, helped her be the best version of herself now in her 40s, with better skin than when she was young.
That's amazing. Because I get a lot of clients. They're like, what do I do to look younger? Of course, I have a lot of female clients. And then they're also, I'm really having fun using it topically, like GHK-Cu topically. And I have BPC 157 I use topically. And I was really impressed with the results, even topically.
Yeah, so we're going to, we're releasing exosomes with the copper.
Amazing. Love that idea. Yeah.
And a few other face products.
Can I sample all of them right away?
Yeah. So last year I came up with a very good name.
Oh, good.
For the brand. And going to launch it hopefully beginning of next year.
Amazing.
But you'll be able to microneedle that in your face.
That's awesome.
Right? Or for men, for hair, you can actually microneedle in your head.
Yeah, I've done that on patients.
I told my kids I'm going to do it and grow a bunch of hair, and they're like, no!
They don't want you to have hair? They're so used to you being bald that...
Well, no one's seen me with hair since the 90s.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Well, they'd be laughing if I all of a sudden showed up with hair.
You'd look completely different. Yeah.
Like, where's my dad?
Yeah. Well, I have microneedled GHK-Cu into topically and in the hair.
But it has to be super diluted.
Diluted,
because it's so potent. I mean, you're doing, tiny 4 milligrams, when you're doing an injection, 4 to 8 milligrams per injection. So it's got to be very diluted if you're going to put it in your microneedle in your face.
Yes. I was using the actual peptide and we were doing small amounts. Yeah. Exactly. I haven't, off label, I haven't injected it. I don't know about that yet. I'm sure in other countries they're injecting it at this point in Europe and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you work with so many athletes.
Yeah.
What are some of the key goals you utilize when you're implementing your peptide protocol plans for athletes like snowboarders or surfers?
Well, most of the time these athletes come to me when they're hurt.
Oh, so injury.
So it's injury recovery for the most part. But once again, it's not all peptides. It's because, I have every physical therapy recovery device known to man.
Yeah.
Right. So it's also, recommending hyperbaric chamber,
right.
Just doing different things, but the, recovery protocols depending on what they are, but there's also movements
Yes.
right? To like, especially for shoulders.
Like fascia release or stretching.
But then but there's also like actual tools that help, like if you rotator cuff, your labrum, like if you have damaged shoulders, knees. So there's a whole, not just peptides, but also other tools that I recommend they go use to recover faster. Now, the other one is if it's a performance thing, because I have like CrossFit athletes, right, that want to, they have high rocks is the big thing now. It's like a form of CrossFit.
I didn't know about that. That's news to me.
Because I said I have a lot of like former pro athletes, right? They're in their 40s, they're in their 50s. A lot of MMA guys that still go to tournaments or competitions, and it's not on tour anymore, but they want to perform at their highest level. Right. So I help them with a performance stack, right? Whether it's, for endurance or add strength. There's different things that I'll put them on to prep them to perform at their highest level. The guy he's 50 years old. He's doing the Mammoth motocross. So that's in high altitude, so it's 7,000 feet, riding a dirt bike, you need endurance. So there's certain peptides and protocols and stuff to prep your body, high altitude type training, and to just get the endurance and performance out of it, and not fatigue. Right.
What out of the peptide stacks you use for high endurance? What are your like two favorites if you were gonna throw? Is that hard? Is that a hard question?
No, I mean because these work for me. Is MGF and like IGF-1. Those two, that combination. Listen, last year I did the equivalent of Everest top to bottom 9 times in 5 days.
And you use both of those.
And I've used both of those.
That's amazing.
Right?
Yeah. I've used MGF. I haven't used I haven't used IGF yet.
No. That wouldn't be one that I've only had very few females use IGF-1.
Yeah.
And they're top athletes. Yes. So they want to add lean muscle mass.
Seems like more men like IGF.
The IGF-1's a big in the bodybuilding community.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of, for myself, the tesamorelin, ipamorelin with MGF. That's been kind of my favorite go-to.
Yeah, that's why I saw that 3X blend.
Yes.
And because that one is gonna help you add lean muscle mass, but not
too much.
Not too much.
And it's good for females. Also for
I have a lot of females
belly fat.
Use that. Yep.
Helps with fat. Yeah. That's my favorite when I'm really trying to push.
The one that's really good is the 2X with CJC IPA. Okay. But from my about 50% of people are allergic to CJC.
I know. I've had.
So I tried it. I couldn't do it. I've had friends get amazing results.
I think you told me you had itching.
I broke out in hives all over my chest. I mean, even the palms of my hands were itchy.
Yeah.
I mean, not deathly.
No, it's just like a rash.
It was just, and it was gone by the morning.
Right.
But it wasn't something that I could do every day and deal with.
Yeah.
Right. So, I've had multiple clients that they said, hey, I said, hey, just try one shot. I'm not going to sell you the kit unless you try the one shot. Don't have allergic reaction. And then you can do it. But the CJC IPA is probably the best blend.
Right.
I almost call it like a fountain youth stack.
Yeah, it's blend. Incredible.
The lean muscle mass, the sleep improvement, the cognitive, everything.
I think I've only had one client get itchy from the CJC IPA, and that was it. It wasn't like extreme. Yeah. I mean, it was. It was
pretty extreme.
Oh, shoot.
And I said I've had other clients too that they're like, I can't do it.
Yeah. So you make them try it before you.
I say, hey, buy one vial, try one half dose, see what happens, and then remove the full dose, make sure, and then go to the full protocol.
Okay.
But that's probably one of the best 2X blends.
Okay.
And then also all these people pushing that on social media, they don't know that. So CJC is one of the only peptides that you do get adverse reaction from.
Yep, I know.
Right? Yeah, I've had people think they're getting a heart attack. They've called 911.
You can get flush.
Yes, yeah.
That's why I'm careful about giving it.
By the time they get to the hospital, they just go, oh, no, you just had a panic attack.
Oh, my God.
Right? Because they're like, you're not having a heart attack. So these people pushing, don't have the experience, the knowledge.
I know. I've had a couple people react to CJC, so I'm cautious about it.
So you have to prepare them. Like, here, these are the things that you might experience.
Right.
So they know they don't freak out.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
And that comes with knowledge and experience.
Yeah.
Because I've heard multiple stories, and one guy, one of my clients, he did too much. And he goes, "Oh my God, I think I have to call him." No, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just calm down. Like NAD too.
Have you had that? Okay, I was going to just say.
NAD, if you overdo it.
That's happened to me so many times. People will be like, "Call me immediately. I just did my NAD. I think I'm dying." And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Yeah.
And I will tell them, but they'll forget.
Yeah.
And then they'll accidentally.
Like, you can't do more than.
And that's why I do low dose.
Don't do more than 100 milligrams max.
Oh, otherwise you feel crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I've done it to
nauseous,
myself.
like your blood pressure, like, it gets weird.
You feel like you could die, but you're not going to die at all.
No.
It's just flesh.
Yeah.
Your heart's racing.
Yeah.
You're sweating.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, if they overdo it, that's what happens. Yeah.
And that's a big problem with injectors. Like, people think, oh, I'm getting results. If I do more, I'll get better results.
No.
That's a big problem with HGH and some of the other, like, and even the GLPs. Like, I don't sell the higher dose of milligrams to individuals because I don't trust people.
I know, I don't either.
Right? Like, no, you come by and buy another one, because if you go through it too fast, I know, like, you bought it on this date. This is your weekly, shot.
Right.
This should last you this long.
Right.
Like,
well,
if you're calling me 3 weeks later and you're going, and it's a 6-week protocol, I'm like, what'd you do? You doubled it up? So,
but you can abuse peptides. I mean, people have done it, I'm sure. Like, like, you know what I'm trying to say? So that's why it's so important to listen to somebody that's a professional that knows how to dose it appropriately.
Yeah.
If anything, I underdose because I never know how people are going to react.
I always side on the, on cautious side, with people.
Well, a lot of my clients have health problems, and I'm like, okay, if we're going to do this, we're going to go low and slow. Yeah. That's how I see it.
I mean, I said, I tell everyone consistency gets you results, not more.
Yeah. 100%. That's a good way to put it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about, there's so much social media talk about peptides.
Yeah.
But we actually have been working with them for quite a while, especially you. So what peptide do you think might be underrated that we could share with people that's like, oh, it's such a good one, but a lot of people don't know about it? It could be one we already talked about.
MOT-C.
Yeah. I know.
More and more people are finding out about it now.
All of a sudden. Yeah. The last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's like.
But that one has been underrated.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. So I found out I think maybe you told me this and someone else was talking. I learned that you can stack it with a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another one that's underrated is that I've had a lot of clients stack is AOD.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I played around with AOD.
So you can stack that with anything. You can even stack that with Retta.
Yeah. For fat burning, burning more fat.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the AOD is I have it with clients that actually, if they don't work out much, if they don't eat right, it's like, it's the guys that go, oh, I just need to lose that little bit extra, or the women,
belly fat.
It's not just gender neutral peptide,
Yeah.
But they just say, I just need to lose that little extra, so the stacking the AOD, really helps.
Right.
Because this has nothing to do with appetite. It's not a GLP.
Right.
It's not messing with your blood sugar, nothing.
Yeah.
So
it's easy to add on.
Yeah. So that's a really good one.
Okay. And MOT-C just obviously helps with energy, and you can stack
exercise
it with
in a bottle.
Exactly. I know. Have you got into this loop at all?
Yeah. So I did the SLU
because it's new. It's new
with dihexa and BPC as an oral.
Oh yeah.
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 So dihexa is a really good one.
And not many people are talking about dihexa.
No.
I have it in my cabinet right now. Yeah. Pretty impressive for optimizing
your brain.
Yeah. Mental clarity. I mean, look, my mom died of early onset Alzheimer's, so I'm always looking for something to protect.
Tesofensine.
Yeah.
So that's good for weight loss, but it was originally for Alzheimer's.
Yep.
So, and if you're hungover, it's not bad either.
Oh, I didn't know about the hangover.
It increases your serotonin and dopamine.
I knew that, but I didn't know for a hangover.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have some of my females on it, and they're like losing weight.
Yeah.
Pretty, like it works.
I have a guy down 100 pounds since March.
Just on that?
No. The Retta and that, because anybody that needs to lose he was 5'8", 310 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Right?
You're stacking.
Yeah. So I'll stack the tesofensine with the Retta to get better results.
I was just telling my client last night, because she's kind of plateauing. I'm like, why don't we stack the tesofensine and C? Because I'm like, I'll have people have success with both individually. I'm like, this is a great combination. Yeah. So.
And 5-amino 1-MQ also.
I know. I have it in my cabinet. I've been dabbling, because I'm like, before I'm going to tell all my clients about some of the orals, I wanted to make sure they worked, because some of those are hard to find the best quality. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So the lab that I work with, I linked them up with a facility in Irvine that I know the owners. It's a pharmaceutical building. So it's got all the GMP certifications, the clean rooms, everything. They're specialized in orals. So basically I said, hey, these guys are done. They licensed out all their cancer drugs and everything, and they have the whole facility, and they're not doing anything with it. Right. So all the oral peptides that I sell are made in Irvine.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And you've had really good success, because you've heard some of the oral peptides can be garbage. Yeah. Slower healing.
But the certain ones like tesofensine, 5-amino, SLU, like those, you get the MK677. It's not a peptide, but that works great too. Yeah. And that's only an oral. Right. And you get really good results out of that.
Yeah. Doesn't that increase your appetite too?
Yes.
Yeah. I was going to say.
If you do it at night, so that you can do it in the morning, and then it's more for like performance recovery, performance adding lean muscle mass and even cognitive. At night, you get you sleep better. It's got anti-aging benefits. So right now, I do it at night.
So it depends on the timing.
Yes, you can do it in the morning, but because it increases your growth hormone and IGF levels, and because I'm doing IGF in the morning, I'm not doing the MK in the morning. I do it in the evening, the opposite time. Okay,
got it. Really cool. That's a great way to do it. Yeah. How about, is there a peptide you think that's overrated? People are just there's so much hype and you're like, it's just, I can think of one off the top of my head, but you tell me what you think.
The overrated.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype around it, and we haven't seen the results we wished.
I mean, I think tesamorelin by itself.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. You think it doesn't work as good?
It's not as good. Okay. You want it in the blends.
Yeah, that's good to know.
So the blends, I think, work better.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they work synergistically.
Yeah. no one's really talking I don't even have a single person that's ever bought ipamorelin by itself. Mm-hmm. It's always in the blends.
Okay. And you're getting better results with that.
Yeah. With the blends, if you want good weight loss and not lose any muscle mass, I have a 10-5 2X blend. So 10 milligrams tesamorelin, 5 IPA, and that gets great results.
Well, I was going to say, for me, it's semaglutide.
Yeah. I mean, I don't recommend semaglutide for anybody.
Yeah.
That stuff is horrible.
I'm the side effects are just not worth it.
So those two, I have, I only sell those to clinics. Yeah. All the individual clients I have on retatrutide.
Yeah.
So I've never had anyone says semaglutide. I say no. I don't want to sell it to you. I
say no too.
Right? Because you lose 2/3 muscle to 1/3 fat.
It's not worth it.
So unless you go 70% protein diet and resistance training,
nobody's doing that.
You become skinny fat.
No one.
Right? And then they call it Ozempic butt or Ozempic face. You just have loose skin. It's not but it's also, if you do it too long, you're losing bone density.
Well, and this is the problem with GLPs is people are afraid to look like that, probably because of semaglutide. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that all GLPs will do. Retta, you're not going to...
Retta's amazing. Yeah. The results I've gotten on the happy clients, I mean, everyone's like, I want what she's on, or I want what he's on,
Yep.
And
you maintain good collagen on Retta, muscle mass.
Yeah. I mean, I have bodybuilders that use Retta, to
just to get ripped.
Yeah. Yeah, just to get cut,
And they're probably doing low dose. Yeah. A couple times a week.
Microdosing it.
Yeah.
And 1 milligram.
Yep. And you can actually use it more than once a week, which is really cool. Yeah. If your appetite's increasing, I'll have sometimes people do it twice a week. Yeah. Yeah. So.
I mean, I tried it once. Nothing's ever curbed my appetite.
No?
No.
It didn't work?
No.
That's so funny. Yeah. I've done all three. I've done Sema, I've done trisepatide, and I've done Retta. And I'll say I felt the sickest on semaglutide.
I never tried Sema. I tried TERS once.
I had good success on low dose Retta, of trisepatide.
And I said, I just wanted to see what kind of reaction my body had to it.
Of course.
And the only thing, cagrilintide, It was the only thing that ever
suppressed your
my
appetite?
appetite.
Wow.
And it was crazy. And I lost 8.5 pounds from Thursday to Monday.
Oh my gosh.
It's
that strong?
It was ridiculous.
Okay, I haven't used it. I'm
not touching that stuff ever again.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you have clients on that?
No.
Okay.
I thought one trainer that I work with ordered some. So I ordered some for him, brought it in house, and I'm like, okay. And, we have poker night with my friends, and we always eat. It's like a 4-hour eat fest.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat, for 4 hours. 'Cause I always feel bad afterwards. Maybe I'll try this stuff. And I ate for 4 hours, but then I didn't eat again for like the next couple of days.
It suppressed your appetite that much.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'd like force feed myself.
Do you have a lot of people on that?
No, I have nobody on it. But now they're blending it with, now they have blends the lab's making with TERS or SEMA with that.
That sounds a little aggressive.
And I don't think they've made the Retta blend with that yet.
Don't you think that sounds too much?
Totally.
Yeah. I'm on board with you. I really like either microdosing trizepatide low, just really low for the anti-inflammatory effects, or I'm finding fantastic results with Retta.
No, everybody.
And people can enjoy eating again with that, and still burn fat.
Yep.
Let's just talk about, this has been such good information. Yep. Let's just talk about what you think the future of peptides looks like in the longevity space, the biohacking space. I mean, I think there's this wellness movement where people are wanting more. They want to look younger. They want to feel better. Clearly, I mean, there's a reason why it's so much hype on social media. There's so much hype with the biohacking space.
Yeah.
Now there's all these conventions and all these events. And what does that look like for the future for us?
Well, I think it's only going to grow from here. But the problem is, the FDA and big pharma are so joined at the hip.
Right.
I know they're trying to reclassify them as biologics, so the compound pharmacies can't make them here.
Yeah.
So then they can get patents that lasts, I think, 12 years before it gets opened up for compounders to make it.
Okay.
Hopefully RFK, there's some people lobbying on the behalf of peptides and the compound pharmacies making them.
Right.
Actually laxes up the rules and regulations.
Well, all my compounding pharmacies go through so much to even just supply what they're, they go through constant audits and testing.
Exactly.
And they're always tested to be sterile. I've worked with compounding pharmacies for years.
Yeah.
So it's just hard for them.
It's just the thing that's scary is, the Chinese labs that
we don't know what's coming.
We don't know what's coming.
Yeah. I have to tell you a story really fast. Had a client who called me and said, hey, I got this on the black market and I think it's from China and I'm injecting it. I think it's Retta, but it's all in, another language. And every time I inject it, my vision gets weird. And I'm like, what?
Hey, you injected more than once?
I was like,
with bad vision? You thought it was a good idea to do a second time?
Okay, well, we're just going to stop that, and I'm going to make sure you get the right thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I will point you in that right direction.
If you have that kind of adverse reaction, I think one shot is good.
Just stop.
Don't do it
don't get it from China.
You didn't learn your lesson the first time?
Well, we just don't know what it is, where it's coming from, and that's why you have to work with somebody or a lab that is in the United States and somebody that knows what they're doing.
I mean, the APIs only come from a couple labs in the entire world.
Right.
So you're forced to buy those.
Yeah.
But then where it's made, how it's made.
Right.
Definitely you want US made.
Yes. That's what I've been always working with, just labs in the United States the last few years.
Our lab, the main labs in South Carolina.
Right. So anyway, the future of peptides is going to be big and I'm excited.
Yeah, it's not going away. It's too entrenched now. Everyone knows about it now. Everyone's, it's hot and it's getting results.
But I think there's enough people now that want that healing, that want to know the truth, that want to have other options, other healing modalities. So I think this space is going to blow up.
Oh, 100%.
And I also think there's going to be...
It's here to stay. It's just how it's going to get messed with in the next couple of years.
Right. Right.
We'll see.
Yeah. And I think there's going to be even more peptides that are going to come out of the woodwork. There's constantly a new one.
Oh, I got a new one yesterday.
Yeah.
I told you about the Fox 04.
I know. I was excited about that one.
I'm super excited. So that's going to be...
You try it first, then I'll try it.
I'm going to try next week.
You try and then I try.
It helps rid your body of the dead senescent cells.
Senescent cells, yeah.
Right? And it's like healthy aging, cellular rejuvenation.
It's anti-aging.
Yep.
It's anti-aging. Let's just say that.
And even promotes faster healing.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. You try it, then I'm on it next. Let me know how to dose it.
I'll guinea pig everything.
Yeah, I know you will. That's why I'm like, he starts it, and then if he says okay, then I'm on it. So,
so I got it yesterday. It showed up, and I'm all nobody.
I had heard of it, but I hadn't.
You've heard of it.
Well, I didn't have access to it though.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know where to get it. I know. All right. Well, I think that this has been an amazing conversation. I'm so glad you came on. Now I'm going to have even more questions and even more people asking.
Well, I'll just keep
for all the
learning more.
peptides. Yeah, I love it. I love all your knowledge. It was so informative, and thank you for coming on.
Of course,
and
my pleasure.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This conversation has been amazing. If you want to go find out more information, you can go follow Shahin at Sheener Health. We'll put the link below, and we'll see you guys next time on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, thank you for being here.
Of course.